We need a Moxley, and we need a Super Showdown Seth Rollins. Rollins has got to be the one that has been requested just about every video, if not every other. You guys want to see that one, and I want to show you as to what it's all going to be required. We also got some extras here on the bench. First ones that I want to cover right here is, I think it might be the Ultimate Cesaro in Cesaro figure action history right here. Okay, so we got the recent one from Series 98. So some things that we want to do. Obviously, you guys already know, we talked about this in the review, but we want to get this head scan right here, the best Cesaro scan right here, onto an updated and elite. So what I wanted to use this one right here. I think this one might be the closest one for a current look Cesaro. So not only are we going to do the head swap on Cesaro, but we are also going to get his boots updated. Now, if you guys recall, the one that we got right here in this elite was kind of like the Stone Cold boots with the little added piece right here on the top. So I wanted to add actually, this is going to tie in with Dean Ambrose, because Dean Ambrose, I'm going to end up using right here William Regal. Now, the cool thing about this is that there's going to be no parts left unused. So for Regal, we're going to need him from the waist up, because this is a ball style of joint right there for the thighs. So I'm going to pop those off, and I'm going to put a Chad Gable legs. Well, not the whole legs, but I wanted to use from the knees up, and then the remaining parts, which I don't want to use the Stone Cold lower legs, because that's what Chad Gable has. Instead, I'm going to use the Cesaro. So Cesaro, after the remaining parts for making the Ultimate Cesaro, there's still going to be some stuff that's going to help me out, because the length on these ones right here for Cesaro, they're more accurate. The length is, because if you stick with the same style of calves right here that you're seeing with Chad Gable, he's going to be too short. So I want to make them height accurate. So again, it's all going to tie in right there, and we're not even done. The other parts that I'm going to need is, okay, I don't know. I don't think we've ever named this guy, but we're just going to call him Buff Brian. Buff Brian right here, I need his arms. As you can see on this one, I don't think these were the original arms that came right here on him. Actually, I don't even recall. Do you guys remember what body exactly we ended up using for this? I think it was off a 4-pack, but I want the arms right here because there is no wrist straps. I want to put those right there on William Regal. So that'll bring it all together. And then the head scan from BEW, that's going to give us the current short hair look that we're looking for. And then the knee pads, I got this also in the fodder bin, a basic Finn Balor. So we're going to need the black knee pads to complete the Dean Ambrose. So that'll cover not only Moxley. That's not only going to cover Moxley, but it's also going to cover Cesaro. Now, going back over here to Seth Rollins, what I want to do with him is, this is going to be the actual figure that I'm going to need to make the entire Rollins for the Super Showdown, which is the Marvel theme that he did wear. There's going to be some great line work to use, like for example the SR. I'll keep that. Obviously I'll repaint it to kind of match that red. I think it was like red, a blue. I'm going to go back and double check the paint apps, but that's going to be all applied to this gray, and I'm going to brighten up the gray to just give it that accurate look that we're looking for. So the head scan that I want to use, this is the extra Seth Rollins, you guys, that we ended up getting. Actually, both of these from Mr. Figure Collector. So these are the extra Rollins. So I'm going to use the head scan from this one and put it onto the Super Showdown, because still, best scan right there. And then I wasn't a big fan of this head scan that came with the Top Picks 2019. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that one and use this one right here. And I'm going to, so actually, you know what? I don't think, and this was a fix-up by Mr. Figure Collector, because I don't recall this scan being on him. But anyways, actually, you know what? I think that might have been the head scan that came on it. So we're going to go ahead and put it onto the Top Picks 2019. And the last thing I wanted to do is take care of Ruby Riott, the basic from Series 98. The long hair, this is what she's currently rocking right now. So I want to get her converted to the elite. So we're going to go ahead and take care of all this, all in this video right now. So I say we get to working. First thing that we're going to need is our trusty blow dryer to get all these parts swapped. So let's go ahead and get into it. It's all about trial and error, and you're going to come across this when you're starting out, even when you're like 3 years in, trying to get the hang of it and trying to figure out what's going to work best. You are still going to encounter some problems, but it don't mean you stop. As a matter of fact, it just means you just got to work a little bit harder, turn it around, and hopefully you get the best outcome. Now, The reason why I'm telling you this is because that Chad Gable, so when I did the swap, I just swapped it, and the lower legs to get back on this Chad Gable, not easy. So what it ended up happening was the skin tone, and I knew, I had a feeling that this was a darker skin tone. I could tell before I even started doing part swaps. I knew that this darker skin tone, which is more of a tan look, it wasn't going to come well together. The people that have done it on Instagram, Figs31, if you're watching this, bro, I hate you. I don't hate, I'm kidding. So the skin tone was too dark when I put them onto the actual William Regal, so I ended up just putting the parts back on William Regal. I had an extra Stone Cold Steve Austin laying around, so I went ahead and I put it on Austin, the Cesaro lower legs. So what I'm going to have to do, instead of utilizing the shorts that we're seeing right here with him, I'm just going to go ahead and have to paint them. I'm going to paint the shorts, the lower part of the shorts. And then another thing with Cesaro was, for Cesaro, actually no, it wasn't Cesaro, it was Seth Rollins. The Seth Rollins that I'd gotten from Mr. Figure Collector, it was, when I popped the head off, I want to show you guys this, and I didn't even realize this until I finally started doing the part swap. There's a huge gap in between the front and the back. So there's a lot of separation going on. And if I'm going to spend 14 plus hours to make that Super Showdown Seth Rollins, I don't want to have an issue like this where I'm going to have to do a torso crack down the road because of how it's going to look like. And I did try heating it up and bringing it together, but whoever attempted a torso crack on this, it wasn't successful. So instead, yeah, this is going to go back. Oh my God, that's frustrating. So I had to use the Seth Rollins that I had in my display, the TNF, the Then Now Forever. So I am still going to go ahead and move on forward with this, just not with that Seth Rollins. So now that we got the two big issues out of the way, I want to show you the one that actually came out really nice. Well, two that came out really nice. Cesaro right here. I didn't use the William Regal. I went back to the drawing board. So William Regal is back to its original state, and that goes the same for Chad Gable. But Cesaro, like I said, some parts laying around, Stone Cold. Actually, no, it wasn't Stone Cold. Stone Cold for Dean Ambrose or for Moxley, but for Cesaro, I just had some black boots laying around and some lower legs. Actually, it was this one right here, the one that we saw in the beginning of the video. I went ahead and took everything away from him, not only from the knees down, but also the arms, because if you recall, the arms I had to use for this Moxley right here. So Cesaro, he's all complete. We got the updated boots, we got the right scan, and then Ruby Riott right here. I'm liking this. So the review, when we recapped it, the skin tone was looking kind of different, which was kind of like almost like a Sheamus look with the basic, and then the Elite had kind of like a Daniel Bryan skin tone. It's actually not that bad. I mean, you can kind of tell, but it's not that noticeable. But we got the long hair right there for her. So some good stuff, some negatives. We are going to continue this. Don't worry. It's like Hero Fix. You didn't get to finish the Rollins. We will. We're going to finish the Seth Rollins, and we're going to finish the Moxley right here and get you all updated. So if you are new to the channel, man, first hit that sub button. Be sure to hit subscribe. Turn on that notification bell because we're going to keep this love going.